Today's story is called Sloth Slept On by Fran Preston Gannon. She's the author and the illustrator of this story. On the first page, there's a missing sign. Let's come in close. It says missing. If found, please return to the zoo. Do you recognize that animal? He's the same one that was on the front cover. Sloth Slept On. He wasn't like any other creature we had ever found in our backyard before. We asked him his name. We asked him what he was doing up in our tree, but there was no answer. He was fast asleep. Would you recognize this animal if you found him asleep in your tree? Well, these friends did not, and they didn't see the notice. We had lots of questions, so we set off to find some answers. What did they do with the sloth? They put him in the wagon and they brought him home. First, we asked Dad what he thought, but he was busy. Would you like a sloth hug? He looks so cute. I want a baby sloth. We looked in all the books we could find. They were full of pictures and words and places and things, but there was nothing that looked just like our new friend. This book says the rainforest. This one says wonders of the desert, and this says animals of the ocean. Of course, Mom is reading the newspaper that says zoo outbreak. Look high and low for the missing animal, the sloth. We knew he wasn't an elephant. He didn't have a trunk. He wasn't a tiger either. He didn't have any stripes. He wasn't a horse or a bear. He let out a loud snore. He was still asleep. Perhaps he didn't belong in our backyard at all. Maybe he had traveled for a very long time from somewhere far away. This is called a globe, and it shows the entire world. It's our planet Earth. I think the children are thinking that maybe he came from a different planet. Yes, a little sloth astronaut. Maybe from another planet. Maybe he was a ferocious pirate who had been sailing the seas and was sleepy from all his adventures. What do you think, friends? Is he a pirate? No. He might even be a brave knight who was exhausted from spending all his time fighting dragons. Good job using your imagination, but no, he is not a knight. Look, he's not an elephant or an astronaut or a pirate or a knight. He is an animal called a sloth. We learned that our friend usually lives in the beautiful rainforests of Central and South America. That's in a different part of our world, but still on planet Earth. This sloth is a type called a three-toed sloth who uses his strong grip to stay in the trees, even when he's asleep. Sloths move very, very slowly. The sloth is a very sleepy animal. He can sleep hanging in a tree for up to 20 hours a day. Even when I'm really tired and need a nap, I can't sleep that long. Sometimes a sloth lives in the same tree in the rainforest for years at a time. That's his home. The rainforest has all the things that a sloth likes to eat best, such as leaves, fruit, twigs, and even bugs. Ooh, yuck. The rainforest sounded wonderful. We decided there was only one thing to do. We found a nice big box and used all the stamps we could find. We packed him some lovely leaves to eat and toys for the journey. Do you know what they're doing? They're sending him back to his home in the rainforest. We were so happy the sloth had come all the way from the rainforest to visit. We would miss him lots, but we were glad that he would be waking up back where he belonged. Do you remember where he belonged? At the zoo. How do you think that sloth is going to feel when he gets to the rainforest? Deep in the rainforest, the sloth finally stirred. He'd been having the most wonderful sleep. He slowly lifted his head, looked around, and said, oh, look at all the animals. What do you think he's going to say? Maybe he'll say, that's a big tree. Maybe he'll say, oh, what a bunch of noisy birds. Maybe he'll say, watch out for that panther. No, he says, excuse me, which way is the zoo? The end. Goodbye, room 12.